Hi there, and welcome to the Press Gallery, Edmonton Journal's politics podcast, the Under New Management edition. It is September 18th, 2014, and my name is Sarah O'Donnell. I'm an editorial writer with the Journal, and with me to talk about how Premier Jim Prentice is stirring things up at the Alberta Legislature are three people who I would put in my cabinet every time. Provincial Affairs columnist Graham Thompson.
Hello.
Politics reporter Miriam Ibrahim.
Hello.
And columnist Paula Simons.
Hello, Sarah.
Although I have to admit, Paula, I think you would cause me a lot of trouble. I'm not going to lie.
I would like to be chief whip. I think I'd be an excellent chief whip.
I feel like you would be responsible for a lot of headlines, so that's okay. Well, Peter Eric James Prentice, who knew, is now officially Alberta's premier. He wasted no time putting his stamp on the provincial government after he was sworn in on Monday. So what should we talk about first? The new, or at least newish, cabinet, the non-cabinet appointments revealed Wednesday, or the decision to sell off the provincial fleet of planes? He had promised to shake things up during his campaign for the PC leadership, and it's been 3 days now since he introduced this new cabinet. How big a broom did he bring?
Well, it was limited in how big because he's using a lot of the recycled wood. He has the old caucus, and what he's done, though, he has brought in two people, outsiders, who are not elected. Stephen Mandel, a former mayor, and Gordon Dirks, a former trustee with the Calgary School Board.
And cabinet minister in a whole other province.
And Saskatchewan, that's right. So I think he was trying to show, look, things have to change. I'm bringing in some new faces. There will be by-elections for these two guys, of course, this fall, plus one for Prentice. He was limited in just what he could actually do with cabinet because he's still using the old people who were Redford's caucus. So
he did make a big announcement on Tuesday about the government aircrafts. He announced that they're grounding the fleet. There will be no more. So why was he so quick to the draw on this one?
Well, I think it was a few weeks ago on this podcast I said that he'd have to do something significant with those planes, and he did. And I mean, it was a big, strong sort of step that he took that people can say, look, this is one major way that he's different from the rest. He's going to get rid of the planes. It'll take 3 or 4 months. We don't know how they're going to sell them yet. And what that process is going to look like. They're going to open up an RFP for charter services. That's going to raise a whole host of questions once that process becomes more clear to the public.
At his first press conference as premier, how do you think he handled it? I mean, I was, again, watching from afar from my editorial perch, and I was just kind of struck by the fact, I felt a little bad for him because he announces this big announcement, I'm getting rid of the planes, and then we're like, what about the by-election? What about,
Late last Friday afternoon, I got an out-of-the-blue phone call from Prentice. I'd not requested an interview because I didn't think I would get one. And he just called me up, and we talked for half an hour, and he wouldn't answer anything. And the fourth time I asked him whether he was going to prorogue and whether he was going to, when he was going to call by-elections, there was a long pause as I think I had frayed his temper at that point. And he said, "You're very persistent." Like,